Alan, I've met you at the opening of Webit with the words most charismatic person in the internet industry in Europe. But maybe I've made a mistake. It's today, looking at you, hearing how you spread the energy of the digital industry, maybe it's not only charisma, it's it's too much work from you. And I really appreciate you've managed to come to Bulgaria to Webit for the second year. Appreciate your support in every way that IAB Europe is giving to the digital industry of Central Eastern Europe. What is going on? What happened between the previous year Webit and Webit 2010? How IAB Europe developed, and of course the industry also?
Well, IAB Europe as a story isn't that long yet. We are 3 years old now as an organization, and I can probably share to you and with you, like Webit, in the beginning you have to have a vision, you have to be very consequent with that vision and try to maintain your roots until you reach certain objectives. And the first years were not easy, but what we certainly have tried to do is to make sure that we are this bottom-up organization. We can only develop a strong digital Europe if we are strong and offering quality services at national level. So we have challenged each of the IABs, the existing one, there were 10 or 11 in that time, to become better, staffed, organized, ambitious, educating and promoting at national level. And then we have tried to open new markets. Even in Bulgaria, we have organized a trade association that is called Interactive Association Bulgaria, but we've also either partners, like in Czech Republic or in Slovakia, either we open up proper IABs. And we have managed now to create this network of already 26 national IABs. Each of them are staffed, at least with one general manager, but often with more staff. And they start to offer a constant, permanent quality service in the national territories. And that has been a major achievement, because through that we recognize the real story of Europe. The story of Europe is bottom-up. It's all these national entities that are growing and developing the market at national level. Europe, next to that, was really there to first of all facilitate the exchange of best practice and expertise among themselves, and then to fulfill one role that it was a bit of a new role for myself and the team as well, was to protect the industry in Brussels against the Commission and the Parliament. And that is really something like quite new, but that we had to start getting organized, because in the next 5 years, law will be designed for the digital marketing industry. And we need to make sure that there is law. I can only, as a lawyer, recognize the necessity of having law, but law created accordingly to the recognition of the practices of digital marketing industry, and not creating laws that are unrealistic or going against it. And I can only say that today we are working under a major threat. It's the implementation of the the e-privacy directive, where we try to rule the usage of things like cookies. And by May 2011, all the member states will have implemented the e-privacy directive with the regulation on the cookies. If that goes in the wrong direction, it can be a disaster for the industry. If it goes in the right direction, we will have made a first step in the direction of regulating the industry, leaving space for self-regulation, and creating a dialogue between consumer associations, the regulator and the industry. So an important building block, and that's why first of all I'm glad that we took the decision a couple of years ago to create an IAB Europe, to empower the national IABs and to create something like a real network, because now I can really help and see how I can help the industry on business and legal sides, and the answer comes now from the members. The answer comes that every day we have corporate companies, large, American, European, small companies, asking, can I become a member of IAB Europe? And that's a great recognition. That's why I wake up every morning and I'm passionate about what I do, and I guess it's the same for you, developing Webit here for the region.
I think that we actually wake up quite passionate every morning.
Exactly.
We have lots of passion to share.
Certainly.
And actually this common sharing comes with the Webit Ambassadors program, which I'm honored that you have accepted to chair as chairman of the honorary board, and actually build together the body of the board with Dominique Lyle from IAB and Paul Burney from the Mobile Marketing Association. If we've discussed it many times, but what is the biggest challenge? Is it the education that we need to put our efforts in Central Eastern Europe? How do you see it? What do you see will be the next drivers of the development of the industry?
Well, I think it's a fair balance between several elements. We have called that the three pros from IAB. I think at national and European level, it's the pro from protect, it is the pro from promote, and the pro from proof. Proof means research. We need reliable data in a market. So in Bulgaria and in Central East Europe, we need reliable data. So we need to invest in research, in measurement, and making sure that that is properly organized. Promote and educate. It is really making sure that we promote properly through events like Webit and at national level some congresses, and also that we educate, create educational programs for marketeers, for advertisers, for agencies, because it is a difficult matter. It is still new. It is new for everybody, and we cannot assume that because you're young or old, you understand the basics of digital marketing. We need to educate, and that will be key, certainly, for the future. Protect was the point that I highlighted earlier, is making sure that at national, European level, we have a dialogue and an open dialogue with the regulator, and that's like the combination. So it will be a bit of education, it will be a bit of networking, it will be a bit of research and a bit of protection, and the combination of that makes the magic of what the trade association needs to deliver now. And having done this connection and this link with influencers makes a lot of it empowers everything we do, because if I know that through the Ambassadors Club I can reach in like one finger click, I can reach the most influential 50 people in the region, it's enormous. It is something that even in traditional marketing we never had, and now we will have it. It is easy because we have created the tools, we can be connected with each other, and I hope that that will certainly support the growth of this industry. And I'm glad, I said it this morning in the welcome, I think we're back on double-digit growth, and we are still in recession and in crisis. Outside there, what is not nice, again, people and companies are suffering, but we as an industry, double-digit growth now in 2010 is really impressive as a result, and I hope it's part of, because what we have all been doing the last years, we now have the fruit of everything that we have been putting in the ground the last years.
Yeah, actually, you pointed the issues. What do you think we're going to share next year at Webit? What do you think will be the good news that we will be able to share with the industry players, and of course with the advertisers, with all the rest who can benefit from the development of the industry? So I've opened it with the fact that you're the dreamer that dreams come true. So let's dream about the next year's Webit. Beside the Webit ambassadors and the high volume of expectations we're bringing, what do you think would be the good news?
Well, I think November next year, coming back together with Webit, I think if we can have taken over leadership of digital marketing as a continent for Europe, I think it would be a major achievement, because I think it's recognizing what Europe means today for digital, without neglecting the important role of creativity and innovation that we have in the Silicon Valley and in all of the states. But it is recognizing who we are and what we represent for the industry. It is. I hope we will do an open invitation next year to China and India to join us around the table as well, and that we might have some trade associations or some initiatives over there. I hope that we can indicate that next year at Webit. Partnerships or discussions with India and China, leadership for Europe in digital, and then my certainly something I would like to initiate, and I don't know how far we will be by next year, but I hope that we will have managed to find the right answer on the problem of measurement and monetization of the inventory and all these great advertising formats that we create on digital platforms. And I don't say that to criticize any of my partners that are doing research and measurement, because I think they do a great job based on the briefing we gave them, but maybe we gave them the wrong briefing. We need to redefine the briefing and make sure that we are creating, inventing the right measurement metrics, and that we put on that the right pricing that can be accepted by advertisers, agencies, and funding back all the media and suppliers behind the media, because that's today not sufficiently balanced, and it's next to my legal objectives or challenges. It's certainly something I would like to get arranged, because then the machine can start driving again at a higher speed. And of course, I said it, I hope I can announce that we have protected on the right way the industry, that the 25th of May 2011 came with the right output for the cookie situation, where we hope we can all protect the cookie. We call it an opt-out regime because we would like to be transparent with the consumer, providing them tools to protect themselves against cookies when they want, but not to fall into the trap of the danger of the opt-in regime. And if those 3-4 elements I can say you next year tick on the box, then I will think about the next dreams that I can try to imagine for 2012 and further. But this would be already fantastic for next year. So the agenda is well filled.
I think that again, lots of work you have to do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Today we gave the title of the ambassadors. Tonight we're gonna promote the Webit consoles. How do you find Webit so far?
Always enjoyable. I say it without putting flowers on your plate all the time, but coming to Central East Europe is often refreshing for me, because it is spontaneous friendship, it is real friendship, it is a sense of hospitality that we have sometimes lost in Western Europe. It is professionalism, because everything is greatly organized, and so for us as a guest we can only feel like a fish in the water here, and we enjoy being there, coming back. And I hear the same from all these speakers, and we are speakers, so it means that we are probably talking in many congresses per year. So we have a benchmark, and I can only say well done, and continue to keep the quality at that level.
Thank you, Alain. Thank you.
With pleasure.